Hello students, welcome to Social Science online classes. In this session, let's discuss radicals, partition of Bengal, revolutionaries, etc. Coming to the radicals. Who were radicals? Who were radicals? A group of congressmen who criticized the soft attitude of moderates are called as radicals. See, these radicals opposed the soft attitude of the moderates towards the British. They opposed this. They were called as radicals. Radicals did not like the prayers and the petitions and the requests which were made by the moderates to bring some changes in the constitution or to fulfill their demands. The way the moderates is to move towards the Britishers, that attitude the radicals did not like. So what happened? There was the Congress was split up into two groups, that is, one is moderates and the radicals. So the soft stance of the moderates towards the British made unhappy group within the Congress to call them as political beggars. See, these radicals called the moderates as the political beggars because the way they used to request the Britishers that they did not like, so they called the moderates as the political beggars. The group of congressmen who criticized the soft stance of moderates are called as radicals. Arvindo Ghosh, Bipin Chandra Pal, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak are the main members of this radical group. They opposed the attitude of the British, who considered nominating the Indian members to Indian legislative assemblies as an important favor. So coming to the next, that is partition of Bengal. Division of Bengal or partition of Bengal. The Bengal was partitioned in 1905 and was reunited in 1911. Please note it down, dear children. The division of Bengal, when was it divided? It was divided in 1905. When was it reunited? It was reunited in 1911. Bengal was divided in 1905 and again reunited in 1911. That is, for 6 years there was a division in the Bengal. The anti-British sentiment was dominant in Bengal and it was the center of anti-British protest. Anti-British protest, what do you mean by anti-British here? Anti-British sentiment means the hatred towards the British. The hatred towards the British was dominant in Bengal and Bengal was the center for this hatred or the anti-British sentiment. So in order to suppress these developments, which developments? The anti-British developments which had developed, the anti-British development which was dominant in Bengal, the Britishers wanted to suppress this anti-British sentiment in Bengal. So what they did in order to suppress these developments, Viceroy Lord Curzon, thought of dividing Bengal in the name of administration. See, in order to run their administration smoothly, here Viceroy Lord Curzon, he thought of dividing Bengal in the name of administration. But in reality, what was the main reason? What was the main reason of dividing? In reality, Bengal had more concentration of Muslims and Hindu people. What was the main reason behind dividing the Bengal here? It was not the reason of administration. The main reason of the British was to divide Hindus and Muslims. Okay, the reality was to divide the Hindus and Muslims. Why? Because Muslims and Hindus were more in number in Bengal. So the British divided Bengal in 1905. The British divided Bengal in 1905. Like this, what the British did? The British thought of suppressing the spirit of a national freedom struggle with the partition of Bengal. The partition of Bengal in 1905 was opposed by Indian National Congress. Okay, the partition of Bengal was opposed by the Indian National Congress. Still, the Bengali language could unite the Hindus and Muslim communities. Raksha Bandhan cultural festival was held to bring in unity among Hindus and Muslims. What was celebrated here? In order to bring the unity among the Hindus and Muslims, the festivals like Raksha Bandhan was celebrated. The portion of Bengal resulted in the widespread protest against the country. See, the partition of Bengal, the British divided the Bengal now. This partition of Bengal resulted in the widespread protest across the country. The radicals took the issue to the doorsteps of the common people. Now what the radicals did? The radicals went to door to door. The radicals went to door to tell the division of Bengal or the stance or the attitude of the Britishers towards the Indians. To spread this, the radicals went to door to door and took these issues to reach this issue towards the common people. They called for boycotting of foreign goods and the institution that encouraged it. Indians were encouraged to use local goods. The Indians were encouraged to use the local goods. The British government withdrew the Bengal partition order in 1911. See, as there were protests throughout the country, there was no other way for the Britishers, so they had to withdraw the partition of Bengal in 1911. But by this time, they created a lot of misunderstanding. There was a lot of gap of communication or in the opinions of Hindus and Muslims. In the period of 6 years, difference of opinion arose between the Britishers and difference of opinion arose between the Hindus and Muslims within a period of 6 years. Okay. See here, look at the points here. The census report had indicated that the east part of Bengal had more number of Muslims and the west part of the Bengal had more number of Hindus. The British divided Bengal in 1905. Like this, the British thought of separating the spirit of national freedom struggle with the division of Bengal. Look at the points here once again. The division of Bengal in 1905 was opposed by the Indian National Congress. Still, the Bengali language could unite the Hindu and Muslim communities. Raksha Bandhan cultural festival was held to bring in unity among Hindus and Muslims. The division of Bengal resulted in the widespread protest across the country. The radicals took the issue to the doorsteps of common people. They called for boycotting of foreign goods and the institutions that encourage it. Indians were encouraged to use local goods. the British government withdraw the Bengal division order in 1911. Okay. Now, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Bal Gangadhar Tilak declared Swaraj is my birthright and I would definitely get it back. What he declared? Bal Gangadhar Tilak declared Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. And I shall have it. So, attaining complete freedom was the aim of the radicals. What was the main aim of the radicals? To get the complete freedom from the Britishers. Attaining the complete freedom was the main aim of the radicals. Now they tried to organize the common people of India. They attempted to organize people by employing religious celebrations too. They used Ganesha, Shivaji and Durga celebration to organize people against the British. Muslim League was born in 1906. See, immediately after the division of Bengal, Muslim League was born in 1906 to protect the Muslim identity. Tilak published Kesari in Marathi and Maratha in English language. Okay, 2 newspapers, journals were published by name Kesari in Marathi and Maratha in English languages. He encouraged common people to protest against the British. Tilak encouraged common people to protest against the British. The radical writings of Tilak motivated. Okay, so the radical writings of Tilak galvanized. See the word here, look at the word here. What do you mean by this? Galvanized means motivated. What do you mean by that? Motivated. Okay, motivated. The radical writings of Tilak motivated the common people. The British arrested Tilak due to these developments. Tilak wrote a book called as Geeta Rahasya in the prison, which further fueled or charged or fired the freedom spirit among the Indians. Okay, coming to the next topic, that is revolutionaries. Revolutionaries dreamed of attaining complete freedom. What was their dream? They dreamed of attaining complete freedom. They believed that they can drive away the British by employing or by using violent methods. They thought that they would drive away the British by using some violent method towards them. They established secret associations across the country and started collecting weapons and money for an armed struggle against the British. And they also provided training to the people. They also provided training. A secret organization named Lotus and Dagger was founded in England. So in order to drive away the British from India, what happened? A secret organization named Lotus and Dagger was founded in England. People like Arvindo Ghosh who were in England supported the revolutionaries through this organization. Similarly, what happened? Another revolutionary organization called Ghadar Party in USA can be recalled here. Okay, another party known as Ghadar Party. We can remember the Ghadar Party in USA. Okay, so Abhinava Bharata and Anushilana Samiti were the 2 important secret organizations in India. Which were the 2 secret organizations in India? Abhinava Bharata and Anushilana Samiti were the 2 important secret organizations in India. They used bombs and guns to achieve their goal. It means they went in a violent way. They used the violent ways violent ways in order to drive away the Britishers from the country. They used bombs and guns to achieve their goal. The government tried to suppress them by arresting them and hanging them unto death on the charges of sedition, okay, or rebellion. On the charges of rebellion, they arrested them and hanged them unto the death. Okay. Arvindo Ghosh, V.D. Savarkar, Ashwini Kumar Datta, Rajanarayana Bose, Sitaram Rajguru, Chakkikar brothers, it is Chapkar brothers, Vishnu Shastri, Shyamji, Krishna Varma, Ras Bihari Bose, Madam Khama, Khudiram Bose, Ram Prasad Bismillah, Madam Kama, Khudiram Bose, Ram Prasad Bismillah, Ashfaqullah Khan, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Jatindra Das are more important among the revolutionaries. Okay. The dream of revolutionaries to bring freedom to India quickly did not happen. It did not happen quickly. So still they were the fountains of the spirit to the Indian freedom movement. Many of the radicals later became revolutionaries and continued their efforts. Arvindo Ghosh was one such leader. The role of revolutionaries is important in the records of Indian history. Okay, dear students, we shall wind up the session here. The chapter is completed. In the next session, we shall come up with the next chapter. Thank you and have a good day.